what's going on out there? I'm Sean Devine. Hope you all are doing well. Today I have a new demo for a plugin that I think is going to be really useful for the beat makers and producers out there. It's what I would call kind of a loop reimagination plugin. It's called Regroover Pro. It's a lot of fun to use, and it opens up some creative potential that I have not experienced in any other plugin. So I'm excited to share it with you. So let's just go ahead and talk a little bit about how this is set up. The first thing that you're going to do in Regroover Pro is you're either going to load in an old loop, something that you want to kind of reimagine, reinvent. Maybe you want to extract certain elements like the kick or the snare and create new drum kits out of it. Maybe you want to adjust the mix. So in my case, I'm just going to load up one of my drum loops here, and we're just going to kind of take it apart and see what kind of fun we can have with it in Regroover. So let's just open this one. So we'll hit open, and it's going to analyze the loop. And then once it's analyzed, it will actually split the loop into layers. And you can do anywhere from 4 to 6 different drum layers. So if I would set this to 6, it would stretch the loop out even further. The original loop tempo is 80, so I'm going to go to divide by 2 here. So here's our loop. So the cool thing about Regroover is now that we have these separate layers, let's just see what it came up with here. This is our first layer. So it kind of extracted that percussion layer. Let's see, where's the kick drum? Here's the kick. So let's say these little hits here that it picked up, we can actually just get rid of those just so that we get the solid kick hits by using the gate over here. So we've got some effects for each pad. We got a gate, an EQ, and a compressor. I'm going to go to the gate section. We're just going to bring this up to where we're just getting the solid kick drum hits. And of course we have our hi-hat there. You can creatively sort of shift the time of each of the layers so that they're looping at different points, so that there are different lengths. You can even change the overall clip length if you want to have it a certain amount of bars here. But what you can do with this is, let's just say that we wanted to sort of trigger just one certain kind of phrase of this loop. So let's just go over here. Okay, so let's start with that. Then let's go down here and let's go to the kick pattern. And we'll go to the hi-hat, and we're just going to go over more to these faster sections. So right there, just by changing the length of the loops and just picking out different phrases within these layers, we can totally change the entire feel of the loop. Now let me show you the other really cool thing that I think a lot of you as producers are going to be particularly excited about with Regroover. We can actually extract individual sounds from loops and make them into a drum kit. So for instance, with this loop, now that we have the kick and the snare extracted, or let's say you had an old drum break that you wanted to be able to use the kick and the snare out of it, then all we would need to do is just go down here, and let me change the division here to 1/16th note, and I'm just going to select the kick sample, or that part right here, and I'm going to go to the bottom, and then I'm going to hold this and drag it to our expansion kit section. So once I place that there, then I can go to my keyboard and at C5, I have the kick drum. So let's say we wanted the snare drum. I'm gonna go up here and we'll just select that, drag it here. And then let's say we wanted one of the percussion elements. And finally, a piece of the hi-hats. Let's see if we can get one of those. Let's try that one. Okay. So you have the whole kit there just from the loop. Now you can actually create your own drum kits very quickly with this. Let's say if you want to just create wave files that you can use in a number of different settings. All you would do is go up here to the export, go to pads, and then you can export them to whatever folder. I've got a custom kit folder here. Just click open, and it's going to save each of those pads, however you've processed them, to a kit. So the last thing I want to show you is that you can actually go in and edit these sounds a little bit. Let's say if we wanted to adjust the kick a little bit, we could change the envelope. Or if we wanted to EQ it or compress it a little bit, and you can also reverse them. All right, y'all, so as you can hear, there's a lot of creative possibilities with Regroover Pro. I just touched the surface with one loop, so you can imagine in your wide collection of loops, I know y'all are gonna have a lot of fun digging up some old grooves, extracting individual sounds, creating your own kits from elements within the loops. This has never been possible before, and you also have a lot of control over the timing and the rhythm of these different layers that Regroover creates. If you're interested in getting some extra mileage out of your loops, be sure to check out Regroover Pro. I'm gonna put a link in the description below. Let us know what you think about it. I think it is a game changer in terms of producers and beat makers being able to use this artificial intelligence technology to extract all these different possibilities creatively with your loops. So if you have any questions or comments about Regroover Pro, feel free to leave them below, and we'll talk to you soon.